Aha, lovu ya fugomba gomba lavo la muvenda vanondoni dza vorine Baba Mzansi Media Group na mshumisani wa vorine ane ava Rubza Multimedia. Risi rothe fano rina vhathu va Sanco vane ndi tshingari kha vha pfe vho ṱanganedzea fanondoni dza vorine va nga dzi ḓivhadza kana vha ḓivhadza na tshitshavha uri ndi vhone vhonyi.
Now ndi khou livhuwa vhutsha Rubza Multimedia and Baba Mzansi na manakanaka. Nṋe nga dzina ndi pfi Peter Jack, vhanzhi vha nḓivha nga writer, ndi na mushumisani wanga vho political analyst vho Hani. Maybe he can further introduce himself.
Yeah, thank you. Na nṋe ndi khou livhuwa. Today atuko chimbila ndi ndoṱhe ndi khou chimbila na office of the secretary. My full names it's Mr. Hani. Most people know me as an independent political analyst from the Vembe region, Mr. Hani. Ndi kholibuwa uva kai kasho.
Richinga busafo richiri kha vha ḓo ṱalutshedza lushaka uri na lushaka lu bvele khagala lu ḓivhe uri vhewe iyo party ine na bva khayo yo no pfi Sanco ndi party yo imaho nga nḓilaḓe, ndi party ine ya dila na zwifhio i shuma nga mini uri at least vha to clarify uri lushaka lu kone u pfesesa uri Sanco ndi mini.
Yeah, with that, I think I can respond that because Sanco ndi civic. It's a South African national civic organization, which is, we call it as a center of people. We are not more involved in politics. Okay. And then Sanco is a civic organization dedicated to promoting community development, social justice, and good governance in South Africa. With a strong presence in various municipalities, including Musina Sanco, advocates for the rights and interests of local communities, pushing for transparency, accountability, and effective service delivery. That's Sanco ndori rine rilwela chichava, whether you are coming from which political party, but rine we are more covered to avoid uri muthu machero u ḓo vha wa ambara tshikipa cha this other party. If there is an opportunities, this other party, if one wanna those opportunities, some families you find that they are not getting opportunities because of you are coming from these other parties. So Rene, we are not involved in that. We are just center of the people as a civic society.
So would uno pfi ri thusane na dzangano lifhio, dzangano ḽiṅwe na ḽiṅwe, muthu muṅwe na muṅwe ndi Sanco?
Yeah, no. If you know, there is what we call it alliances. Okay. Yes. So much more we can say in reality in the state to say Sanco and ANC, they are alliances. Okay. But Sanco is having its own constitution, which is our marriage is only between whenever if there is a programs that we are being invited, if also we have the programs that we also invite. But us, whenever as a Sanco, when we invite everyone over involved. Yes.
Rechinga kwama mafhungo eravia radara na interview maduvani opelaho amrahu uri zwa zwino process yo guma gai, ndi dzifhio challenges ne vha kutangana nadzo u swika zwino malugana na dzi RDP?
Oh, so far so good. Yeah, that one we need to clarify it as a Sanco Musina. We don't have challenges. Okay. Our processes are going very smooth, but what we are experiencing is very painful. And then every day, in terms of numbers, we managed to capture more than 550 members, where we do search car portal, HSS, human settlement. There is where you have to put your ID number, then itokono unchaza madzina, then those names, ichunchaza madzina. Then you choose a madzina, that's where you will see or mutuna stands kana mutana stands. So Apala muthu understands, as my colleague previously also indicated, or if one understands, that's where we will just have to copy all information, raw payone, then I capture also understands. So now we have 8 of administration.
Okay.
You know, each co-capture electronic, which is we have the database and record. So I don't see any challenges with what we are doing so far.
All right.
Okay. So abaduri disela kagara pano apa nduni za Sanco huko registeriwa the RDP kana huko to verifyiwa fedzi na.
Oh, what is happening? If you can check, since we come in the office, we have been receiving the complaint njingamanda that the houses.
Okay.
But vachida karine vachikuruza hey nendo ya court ndikubhaleliwa, you know. So but most of people bana trauma ya what we call it this ya waiting list. So no, it's much better we do the verification. Then on that verification on our list here compile there is categorized into say a name and surname, your ID, your house number, your RDP yes, your RDP no, your contact number, your signature.
Okay.
So reaching at that table rivaro sedzorene wo wana RDP ro ngwala dzina lao, ngwala ID number yao, ra ngwala na house number yao hero iwana ka system, not he wono bo udzula nayo udzula khaya. Therefore ra kona uri ka yes or no, ra ngwala uri yes, then ra ngwala the contact number. If usina RDP re ngwala dzina lao, ra ngwala ID, ra ngwala house number iwono udzula khayo, ra ngwala uri awuna RDP ndi no. Then ra jana the phone number zao. Then rivari chikokona u balance no checker based on the ages.
Okay.
Or from 1939, 1940, and the decade, maybe 1950, 90, 1960, 70, 80. All those people, they are not having the stances as we speak. And then haba rono bo recover wana bo register ka housing abana abadibi uri ndzindu dzavo completely. So in our record for now we have more than 225 people who don't know uri bana stands. So we are trying to release the information here, you know, borini muthu vamwe volova, sorry, vamwe volovaho, we allow those who uri baby bawe volova but this is the death certificate, yes, so that we can be able to check it already volova bana stands. So we maybe got the database 50 of those who are identifying or baby volova bana stands. Yes, basazvidivi total. And then that's the challenge that we are having because of it's kind of emotional. Mara challenges from these other things, line ya 500 rikokona we peza ngado 8 o'clock until 5 o'clock rivarono peza more than 800.
Ngorange ndauna mabebe ori hafa unena ku register hone huku register dzinduna kana bako to check na nduri bathu abako pfesesa bako nyago pfori bako register ndu kana bako dzaba dzinswa ka database na uri chipinga cha musu chipfuna chikhala cha uri RDP dziko padiwa ujiwa bathu vari ka database ndi zvone izvo.
Rene, we are not registering the RDP. We are compiling database,
okay.
A relay database, now one-on-one section.
All right.
So, because you can ask yourself every week, in and out, the RDP is correct. You ask yourself, why the RDP is correct? So that's why we just say no. Ringasi Rayul and the association is the correct the RDP. Rene, we just have to do one-on-one section so that we can be able to have an accurate information, which is we are going to take that information to the relevant departments. We have these affected members, which is in reality housing already. We are not alleging, it's not an allegation. This is our admin so that they can resolve those issues. So that's what we are.
dzi RDP na dzi process huna mafhungo ane a khou bva kha lihoro arali ndi tshi nga zwi vheisisa zwezwo political party ya DA ine ho vha na u replyiwa upfi vhathu vha Sanco vha khou itela hezwi zwithu khetho dzino khou ḓe dzinoni dzi vhidzo pfi mini vha by election u itela uri ANC ibe ine ya wina vha si khou zwi ita uri zwi ye tshumelo vhathuni ayo mafhungo vanga a ṱahisa nga nḓila ḓe.
Yeah, that one we tend to dispute with a straight face to say we are not in association with any political party.
Okay.
Like hence we said when we started to say that this is a community drive initiative which we are doing it under the umbrella of Sanco, where Sanco is coming as an institution that have regulations and constitution in place to guide us on how not to transgress the laws which have been placed by our constitution in assisting people, because we know what we are doing ndi zwithu zwine zwa vhori zwi kwamesa vhathu. But for a political party ine i khou ḓa i songo ita zwine ra nga ri ndi u ṱoḓa evidence vha sina vhuṱanzi and then they just issue out as a statement cha public trying to discourage what we are doing. We think the DA is failing its own community and that they are also trying to decampaign their own candidate since they are going to those by-elections. So what they did in a form of Omariba, I think is also a chief whip of the DA in Musina Council. What he did, it showed lack of a leadership. He doesn't have capacity to be a leader of the DA who works against the community. So that letter we hardly dispute it because evidence is there. We don't want to tend to be seeing that we are doing favors to any political party, and we still say people should vote wisely in what to, and then we are not encouraging them to vote for a particular party. They must vote freely and fair to exercise their right. We are not part to what is happening in the by-election. We are running our own program.
Ndichinga ba jena nepo resi tuyesa kule vungoho vuguma gai ka uri haya mafhungo a dzi registration za RDP kana u chekelwa dzi RDP ha ḓivhiwi nga dziṅwe zwi stakeholder arali zwo vheiswa zwone kha ile rinwalo hu khou sumbedzisa upfi dzi relatives dza dziṅwe dzi stakeholders a vha ḓivhi tshithu kha haya mafhungo a dzi RDP ayo mafhungo ana vhungoho gai u guma gai?
You know, we've been running programs as a Sanco. And then, to be honest, Rina hence indicated to say, Rina Dozula rich corsets are his Sabato. And the Hunavatu, they are in power, they are getting paid for taking responsibility, but they are not doing that. So, we are not going to just to be interested too much. Stakeholders, this issue is having more than 2 decades. But what you are so, but the RDP.
Okay.
And a lot of people, they've been waiting for so long. So, I will not stakeholder chingwe achizwidevi. It's just that, you know, even municipality, if it's a meeting, you can check the community, they have lost faith. So that's why as we are not more interested on other things than to see the development in the community.
Okay.
Yes.
And also to add on that, where they are alleging that some other stakeholders maybe they don't know from the municipality. When we started this initiative, we didn't seek permission from the municipality to start this progress. So even the municipality, they are also amazed of what is happening. Because if you check, there are laws where I can say there are acts where they are put in places. And those acts, they also regulate the allocation of RDPs. So when those RDP when they are allocated on a lower level or in a local municipality level. What we are seeing is that the system at its place, it's been manipulated, whether by elected elites or the municipality officials. Because why I'm saying this, it's coming out as a result of the status that we get on the portal. Whenever we punch the ID of a person, it will give us the status of what happened for that person not to be occupying that RDP. So that is why I'm saying there is a manipulation of the processes when it comes to the end, which is the allocation. So that is why many stakeholders we are not associating ourselves with. But hence we still have plan to say we are planning to arrange a sitting with a PMT. PMT is a political management team here in Musina local municipality. That PMT, it consists of 3, which we can say is the speaker, the mem that I love, mem CRP, who I think where she's sleeping, maybe she is boasting about this idea. And then also the chief whip, who is Fistos Mafera, a person who everybody loves. We even deliver him to Vembe. He came back with a trophy of a position of a treasurer. So those are the people that we think they have to benefit this initiative that we are doing. So we also have number 1 citizen, who is Mayor Godfrey Nkanidzeni Mawera, who at this position, I don't know which constituency is here to serve. The man seems to be confused, because if you remember where we are coming from Natima's Go. In the sitting, the man decided not to go and support his own political party that deployed him. And I'm talking this thing with facts, because this is what a communication department of the municipality, Mr. Wilson Zebi, said it on record, that the mayor was absent, the mayor was sick. Therefore, it was when they took it upon the chief whip to vote against that a motion in favor to suspend the municipal manager. Now we discuss about the DA. That was against the very same motion in the council. And then now, when we started to be engaged and to be taken to a political sphere, that is where we'll start to open files. Because we know the PMT, it consists of 3 people, and already we've got 2 people that we know, or maybe they might be on a support, whereas the other person seems to be confused. And the EFF on that same council, they abstain. And here we are talking about land allocation, where the EFF, they claim to be the number 1 when it comes to giving out land to the people. Because here, if we check why we are having this initiative, for a person here in Musina, uri ukopfuru oaru wandi mtanga abvechitenzi, hoyo mutu utova achikoto yo renta room ndione obva chitenzi. So it's very painful, and we want to change that. So there's Rhino Ridge there, here, just behind there on the mountain.
Go.
Yeah, as I was saying, that the EFF, they are the one who claim to be teaching about land grab. So hence we are saying there's a Rhino Ridge where on the report back they said they've got about 800 and something stands that they are going to allocate. There comes the problem where Vanissia as well, it contributes to the problems that Musina is facing. Reason why I'm saying Vanissia, they're a contributing factor again. They've already bought 500 stand at Rhino Ridge, meaning we are left with 300 that they said they are going to build special RDPs. So remember, we are coming from the retrenchment of Marian Roberts. There were people, vana vapano vachikudzura doroboni kadzindu dzamai. When they got retrenched, avana vhudzuro vha khou tea u vhuya ngeno. That is why ri kha ḓivha na problem ya dzi housing allocation. And we did this thing at the right time hune muṅwe na muṅwe he has to feel the impact of what we are doing, and we are still seeking everybody's support to come and support us. Ri tshi ya extension 8 hange vhone vha ri ndi mufulani, hu na zwitentsi na zwone zwino khou yo fhaṱiwa zwa dzi RDP. I think zwi khou vha kha financial year ya 2025 and 2026. They've already vhono vhe hezwi zwine ra ri ndi dzi pende vhono tala na maḓi na storage zwo no vha hone zwo blokiwa. Musi u tshi nga u khou ya cocktail hu na tshifhaṱo nyana u nga ri ndi kereke henefhaḽa hu na zwitentsi. So ri na idea of what we are doing. So Rubza, I'm saying that because of you spoke about the letter of the DA trying to sabotage what we are doing, and we are also making it clear to your viewers and also to the community at large that we are not in any conjunction with any political party. This we are just doing it straight from the community in support of Sanco, where they will be guiding us on how to apply to this situation. Ndi hune ra vhori ro ima hone.
Okay.
Musi ri tshi nga to vhudzisa hanefho ri khou humela kha mafhungo a dzi RDP, ava vhathu vhane vha 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 khou wana vha na dzinnḓu mara vho no ri sia, afho fhethu vhathu vha thusiwa nga nḓila ḓe?
Oh, okay. With that, I think we are doing this thing in a process.
Okay.
Zwamborini, now after compiling our evidence, we are going back to the people that they were saying it's an allegation of the reports because people are selling the RDP that they've been allocated.
Okay.
So now, hence he has indicated to say, after the processes the verification now compile a database, we just have to go to municipality and have engagement na PMT.
Yes.
Then the PMT will see or this matter need attention Cocta where the housing and settlement, then so that they have to see where they can resolve these issues. So issues the co-resolve nga MEC wa housing, and to make sure he has to withdraw its office if bakufila ngari maybe what we are doing it's illegal or whatever. We are giving them an assurity, the list. Then we book the showground with them. They come with their own administration team. Then they can be able to recompile what we did so that they can have and check and match the documents that we have and what they've got within the ground. So I think the Cocta office have to come and give back to those who need their RDPs back.
And also to add on, Rubza, to what the secretary has said, remember we are in a government of national unity. Hence we are saying we're going to start here at a local level, sitting down with the PMT, trying to address the evidence that we got. Because now we are dealing with facts and evidence. Therefore, if they make it to a point where they approach their own MEC, who is Bioscope Makam, and Bioscope Makam doesn't attend to this situation as a matter of agent, like we are in a GNU, then we'll report him to his boss. And his boss, it's a IFP, who's the minister of Cocta, is a Shabis, so that he can come and intervene, because we have never seen the minister of Cocta coming to the province or to the municipality, because we are now taking it to all level avenues, and we are going to follow the law in any concern, and we still pledge the members who are affected, especially the ones who've got the RDP. Why I'm saying that the ones who've got the RDP, like immediately when you apply for an RDP and then the system has been manipulated and then the RDP has been shifted from your ID, it means for the rest of your life that person will never enter to an RDP. So now that is why we are saying we've got places that we have identified within the jurisdiction of this municipality. Though we know on the 17th we are going to be having a meeting with the demarcation board where it also deal with this jurisdiction and also demarcations. So those are the things that we are ready. We've got plan in ready. Like I said on Sunday that mostly I'm on a strategic of action of plans or program of action that we are going to do with this community initiation drive.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe sorry to conclude on what you were saying, Orini, because hence Akeres no Rivero Genisa a minister of Coxstar. Therefore, we so believe for Coxstar, if Bako Pakela the RDP all over, their offices has to assign a program like census to check and verify or this land, this RDP we have allocated to a RUBSA. So every year they have to check or RUBSA still in that house. But there is no such. That's why Bakobona all complicated. Yes. So this is Oringisiwa. This is Onoborini. So allocate you are. And as batho ba sa go zwiḓivha vhaṅwe vho lovha there vhana bavho a vha zwiḓivhi so ndi dzone dzo no vhori dzivha dzi tshi khou rengisiwa muthu vha khou ḓivha uri no ndo to allocate maybe an officials because that's one is an allegations so hu na dzi officials dza masipala vha khou own dzi RDP so which is to us it's an allegation that has to be proven maybe by the court mara hezwi this program we are telling you in reality people they will have to reclaim everything and then minister of Coxstar has to withdraw its office to come and also see or in whatever that we are doing is it illegal or legally so now because the portal is for every public citizens to verify their own houses yes
so ri tshidapa kha ṅwalisa vhono kho qualify ndi vhathu vhafhio kana muṅwe na muṅwe ṅwalisa
no hence we have indicated to say Rinerco compiler database or understands understands if we see na zwambo we put you on that database rine ri chia ka minister kom subedzo ri checka ka from 70 because that list rwebe anga dzi aging wa 1970 do kono indicator to ndi vangana ba 1960 basinaho 1980 ba 90 91 2000 until 2004 aba bono bo phera 18 years or re kono bona rini from 1960 but bono bo rini ndikale bo register from from maybe 96 until today muthu athu bana stands zwambo rine youth what is it going to happen? We are going to get our stance 2060, so it's going to be highly impossible. That one not in our time. Our time is to reclaim everything that to belong to our ancestors, from our grandfathers, our sisters. They are scattered in the house. But it's still happening even now. Back room so it's complicated. So we need to make sure or but kumana whether they like it or not.
Oh, we are database ya lina sir. Ali check uri yo qualify ngwa sa muthu mo lo mongwe o to ba to bona pila na gore ba qualify o kumana RDP.
Yes.
Because remember there's a criteria on how you qualify for an RDP.
Yes.
So as we are just doing a stats or to show the correct number of the people who are seeking to get a stand. Because Musina, how it operates, remember Musina, you don't wake up today and you go and bought a stand for 1,000 or 500. For you to get a stand in Musina, you get it through RDP.
Yes.
So that is why we are putting everybody who is seeking to get a house which is in a form of RDP, so that when we present, when they are being put on the testing criteria, whether we put 10,000 people, while we know we've only got 800 Rhino Ridge and 800 Extension 8, which is almost 1,600. But the criteria is the one that is going to determine the most vulnerable people who must get the RDP. But before we go to those ones, we need to first make a way path to negotiate of the ones that we are finding that they've got an RDPs.
Okay.
Because Ruben, I did 2 similar cases today. Those people, they are neighbors in the RDB stand that we got. And then the other one, they said they looked for him, they never found him. The client, he said he never moved away from Musina. He's been here from Musina up until today. And the other one, they wrote a rejected reason to say a salary changed from 0 to 2,500. I think those RDP, it was for financial year 2007, 2008. So he said, I've never been employed anyway. So you could see that there are manipulations there, of which elements of corruptions are there, but we don't want to go that route. We want everybody to come clean and try to address the situation that the community they are facing, especially those ones who've got the RDP. The ones that are going to be placed on the waiting list, they will be scrutinized by criteria, which is going to be transparent. We know that person did deserve the RDP, because we can see when you go, some they're staying in a small house, like 10 members. So it's a problem.
Okay.
Ndiche nga to vhudzisa nepho ri tshi khou yo u vala interview ya vhorine uri ndi nga vha ndo zwi pfa vho ri zwi fhinduli nyana mara zwa dovha zwa nga zwo mphuphanyana. Zwi konda u guma gai kha vha vhathu vho meshena uri ni zwi a konda uri arali wono vhuya wa pfi una RDP kha database u dovhe hafho u i wane. So vha Sanco vha khou ṱoḓa u thusa vho vhathu ngo vhafa zwiṅwe zwi stende zwo to tshimbilisisani nga kha dzi database sa vhunga vho meshena uri zwi a konda.
Yeah, so that is why I'm saying we did have a plan. Like we know the new developments that are coming here in Musina. And then when those developments, when they are coming, so that is why now, because of that criteria that we are talking to say, if Rindani Hani get an RDP, so when we check you on our portal, it will say rejected.
Okay.
So maybe you are registering to get an RDP for the second time. And then when we check there, it will say rejected. And then it says reason already allocated. So meaning it's rejecting you because you are trying to scam the system to get a second RDP.
Okay.
And then once you get it on the previous allocation, of which on the previous allocation, the system where it's supposed to be allocated to the right individual or the legitimate person, that's when the system has been manipulated and be given to somebody else. So we don't want to touch the ones who benefited, because there's a saying, Robza, they say the corruption, it's only good when you are involved. But when you are not involved, corruption is not good. If I benefited from corruption, we can say connection and whatsoever. So we don't want to barge into the ones who benefited out of corruption proceeds. We want to take the ones who are now stranded because the system it's going to reject them. So that is why Richikonda or Ola Muntu Adobe Awane RDP. Now, Ndibone Batuvani, Richio Tomozulana PMT, of which we are going to do it. Like a secretary has indicated that we will go to the municipality. From municipality, we'll try to reach out to MEC Bioscope Makamu. If not Bioscope Makamu, then we'll try to reach to IFP at a national level where they are a minister of a COCTA.
Okay.
Oh, maybe to add, based on what you are saying, re khova thusisa hani re do nyoko thusisa hani as well. Rosy indicator, I think, mara it's very important hezwi zwono vhorini after office of consult wo wana stance chao bangwe re ba bona uri ba vodaleliwa. So re a kona ba advice or don't go kha stance
Songo ya wa mulungeni vha ri ndi
because
ndo ya.
remember rine as a Sanco again we said we are a center of the community. If irubza so o dzula khando for more than 25 years, you know, so afindo ndi a jack then traumatize vana va rubza. No,
We don't want that.
so that's why we are saying we are 100% sure uri all those people who are affected, they must get their houses dark or blue.
Okay.
It has to be in that way. Without that, we will go to the traffic roja memorandum. That's how we're gonna work with them. But now, Roko believer already, the stakeholders, they have to understand Sanco. We are not just a Shanganani gangs within the community, because we have the references. We can make an example. Reuters speed hump up. If we can tell you, speed hump Ishland Rich Alwa, maybe more than 300 people they have got accidents. But we have make sure or push or we speed hump. Now it's almost 2 years. Our problem accident. So we are touching where really people nori zono bor batho ba go affect her zwa ngongo because rine re ba re sa go lose chito re sa go gain chito re ba re go make sure or na rine in future bana ba rine ba gole ba wane una a stable community. You know what the problems on the zo creatwa ngarine as a man-made a crisis in the mapungo fana nane orini. People, they will have to be patient, run these processes. We are giving them 100% assured on that one. We are putting straight on record whether the president is listening. He will have to withdraw his office to make sure he is coming to deal with these matters. Because, but there was general location. I don't know whether if these politics, maybe as an analyst, whether if they are doing these house-to-house campaigns. What do they see in the houses there? Ndori ndivana na mkuku ya 6. You understand? Some renga hapa Musina stands kama 200,000. 300,000, 400,000 stands, just a plain stand. And most of those stands zvukuringwa nga vathu vono vori va kubva nda mashango. You understand? Va kota va chiko fata dzi room hedzi rine vana va locally rio renta ka yalo rina ri bebejimo toropo ya ri koloti a hona le muthu re mo kolota so re romela
va ri ndi mini ki mini
mabwari a ri nyaki favor and we are not doing anyone favor. Masipala ri apadela police station ri petele ri shumisa. We have accepted everyone. We are doing exchange business with different people here. So mararina ri tovere sokole
guys do fara Sanco rikovara ariga fedzi na vasanco arali dirisa repapa ndichikori lova duva la vudinga manda na vasanco vachikori dodombedzela uri nangondi mavari vari oimanga ndilade zvipio zvaimanga ndilade kha va dithechelesele ri chanepa baba Mzansi Media Group na varubza multimedia.
Viale before it walela ke nyako bujisa question of message kiri batho ba le ba checkela le khumana re ba le nto le ba bujha house number na
mtherili ani kore re dova ra jale phone ra o camerela uri o lula o robela o ilebele jura
mara jeli le ke kozi too much habe muthu aka jia house number yo aya straight a lebela jurina ke mana bene ko a bona munyali japo to tsena.
We advise them kore
a plan in action.
Yes.
That how we are going to do it, because we know muthu kwa butho kuri nto yakasi